First opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. One ticket remaining to be punched for the championship round next week. We're all set and off we go on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. McCarthy now going to start with a pass. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And will move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Back to the air once more. In trouble, and down he goes.
Quarterback's having a hard time establishing any sort of rhythm here early against this defense. He fails to connect on the first down pass. They give him another opportunity through the air on second, and it gets even worse. If they can't protect the quarterback and they can't get him some easy completions, it just makes everything for this play caller that much more difficult.
Throwing now on 3rd and long.
So you decide to put the ball in the air deep in your own end zone. That's fine. But the internal clock of the quarterback, it's got to speed up even a little bit more. You cannot hold the ball in this part of the field. And tell you what, he takes the sack, but he's lucky it wasn't a safety.
And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Packers set to kick this one away. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. No chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw. And fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
The motion there, tight end Johnson. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10.
A sack certainly isn't ideal in this situation, but I think this quarterback considers himself lucky he at least prevented the safety. This defense is in attack mode. They know they're one big play away from taking a 2-0 lead.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From his own end zone, he'll set up to throw. That's caught! Still going! And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score! 98 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. Moody's extra point is good. And the Vikings are out to a 7-0 lead here in this divisional playoff matchup. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. On first and 10, it's McCarthy. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He's got it! And he will get into the end zone. Ty Chandler. Touchdown, Green Bay. The extra point, up and good. And the Packers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let one go down the middle. And that is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
To the right side here, pass is caught. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw again. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll look to throw yet again. This will be intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. Throwing here on first and 10 is McCarthy. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. On first down, here's McCarthy. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. To the air once more is McCarthy. That is intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Vikings will take over here just past the 30.
And if you're this offensive line, when you get to the sideline, the conversation is very clear. Mike, they need to protect the quarterback better. Frankly, when you put any quarterback in this league under that sort of pressure, bad things are going to happen.
He'll drop to throw. He'll air this one out for Watkins. That is caught. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Vikings. Moody now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Vikings will move out to a 14-7 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. That one caught by Wilson. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Green Bay 1st down. To throw is McCarthy. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. He'll get that to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Throwing again is McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. A throw on the move is caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, here's McCarthy. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
And that is just a bad time for a mental mistake. You have to secure that ball before you worry about turning upfield. You know it's fourth down. You know where the marker is. You've got to make that catch and keep this drive alive.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one intercepted. Picked by the rookie out of Oklahoma. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Right back to the air following that pick 6. He's going to let this one go deep. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They've got to make it more. Quarterback going forward.
So after the big play to start, now we have first and goal. Here's a run. And a short pickup down inside the 10. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. 9 yards from the end zone for second down and goal. They'll go with him again. Packers going to use their final timeout now. Big play coming up. Third and goal. They'll run. And he's going to go backwards yet again. The defense stands up tall one more time, and they force a fourth down.
A bit of a curious call there, Mike, on third and goal. From this far out, you thought they would have turned to their passing game. They tried to catch the defense sleeping and keep it on the ground. Great job by the defense being ready for everything. Not only do they stop them, they take them back for a loss.
Moody's kick is good. And the Vikings get 3 here late in the first half. to take the lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On play action, here's McCarthy. He'll take a shot, looking for Wilson. And he will score. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Packers. Point after, coming up here. The kick is good. And the Packers move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll air it out down the middle. And this will be incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 21. First down, Minnesota. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from it.
Back to the air one more time. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball lapped.
And he's in! Touchdown, Minnesota. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Play action now. It's McCarthy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Catch made, right side by Wilson. 10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early and often. That one for a first down. Olave is the motion man. On first and 10, it's McCarthy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. We are set for the second half kickoff. One of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week, and we are back at it with the third quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there. And that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one. 1st and 10 now from the 36. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. Closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game. He's been outstanding. That one good for a first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. They'll look to throw yet again. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
They'll look to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Oh, big hole left side to the 20. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Green Bay. What a spectacular take back for the score. You can stay in your own end zone and just take the touchback. Better yet, go the other way and get the touchdown.
And just a great heads-up play there, Mike, not only to secure the ball in the end zone, but then to recognize he had an alley. He's able to outrun the rest of those guys, and now he finds himself taking it all the way back for 6.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion.
One of the biggest differentiators for a lot of these defenders, Mike, is a lot of them can stay in tight coverage. But where the special guys separate themselves is what do they do once the ball is in the air? They almost turn into offensive players with their ability to track it. And this is a great example here. Why?
And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On first down, here's McCarthy. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack. But then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there is probably the best possible outcome.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The Packers going to call out the field goal unit. This one from 54 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive. Find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This has been tough to watch, Mike, really for a lot of reasons. And when you talk to everybody around this building, they know the future of this organization rests on the shoulders of this young rookie quarterback. And there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be missed throws and misreads. But 4 interceptions into today's game, you find yourself trailing here. At some point, they got to ask themselves, is this rookie giving us the best chance to win now, or are we just all in for the future?
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from that's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Trevin Wallace.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
And that is incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he will go all the way. Ty Chandler, touchdown Packers. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to look downfield once again. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. Extra point up and good from Moody. And the Vikings are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. And he is out of bounds pass on the other side of midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number one receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline. It really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback.
Quick throw here is complete. McCarthy to the air on second down. There's that man again. Another catch. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. To the air once more is McCarthy. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
To throw once more, here's McCarthy. He pulls it in around the 5. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Olave is the motion man. A run on first and goal. And he's into the end zone yet again. Ty Chandler. Touchdown, Green Bay. Saving his best for the playoffs. His third touchdown of the game. The extra point is good. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Checking it down, this one is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to throw yet again. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now this is going to be returned from deep in the end zone. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Olave is the motion man. They'll run it here with Campbell. Past the 45. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. The extra point is good. And the Packers are able to extend the lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here is 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop, look off the safety, hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
1st and 10. Little play action here with McCarthy. He'll look deep, left sideline.
This is a great example of why these out-breaking routes towards the sidelines are so critical to have great timing and rhythm between the receiver and the quarterback. In this case, he just can't quite keep his feet in bounds. Great effort to secure the catch, but it's going to result in an incomplete.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
I got to be honest, Mike, I'm a little surprised in the fact that they're even deciding to throw the ball given the situation. I mean, it's unlikely that that decision will cost them the game, but stranger things have happened on a football field.
Here is 1st and goal. Back to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Now for Chandler. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their 1st.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So, it's a win for the Packers. They are moving on as the #1 seed. The victory means they locked out another home date next weekend as they look to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl.